3 years ago, I broke free from my toxic clan. Now I'm a tech titan. 3 years ago, I broke free from my toxic clan. Now I'm a tech titan. My sister Katherine tried to humiliate me at Grandma Clara's 75th birthday bash, but the unfiltered truth obliterated her carefully crafted facade. What follows is the full chronicle. Every tense conversation, every hidden betrayal, every late-night doubt, every triumphant milestone, of how I rebuilt myself from ashes while my family schemed in the dark. The night I walked out began like any other family dinner, but it ended my 24-year sentence in their prison of comparison. The mahogany dining table in our parents' colonial home gleamed under crystal chandeliers. Silverware clinked against china as Dad carved the roast, his knife strokes deliberate, like judgments. Mom fluttered with her usual dramatic sighs, dabbing eyes that weren't yet wet. Katherine sat at Dad's right, always the favored seat, her blonde hair perfect, designer dress hugging her frame, smile sharp as the knife in Dad's hand. I sat opposite, the flawed mirror image. Same green eyes, but mine tired from 50-hour weeks. Same cheekbones, but mine shadowed by stress they never noticed. Katherine had just announced another award for her humanitarian nonprofit. Applause rippled. Then eyes turned to me. "So Emma," Dad began, voice dripping disdain, "still playing with those computer toys?" I swallowed the knot in my throat. "It's a startup, Dad." "I'm leading development on," Katherine interrupted with her tinkling laugh. "Development? You mean fetching coffee for coders? Everyone starts somewhere, little sis." Her emphasis on little stung like always. 4 years older, 4 inches taller, 4 times more adored. Mom chimed in, voice trembling with rehearsed concern. "Sweetheart, Katherine offered you a position at her firm. Entry level, yes, but stable. We just want what's best." The best meant Katherine's shadow. Again. I'd heard it since childhood. Katherine's straight A's vs my B's, her debate trophies versus my art awards dismissed as hobbies, her college scholarship versus my loans they refused to co-sign because Katherine needed the focus. I set down my fork. "I have a job, senior developer, equity stake." Dad snorted into his whiskey. "Equity in a basement operation. Katherine's charity impacts thousands. Real change." "Change to her bank account," I muttered. The room froze. Katherine's smile vanished. "What did you say?" Mom gasped. "Emma." "Apologize." "For stating facts," my voice rose. "Her nonprofit expenses include Paris Fashion Week. I saw the filings." Dad's face purpled. "You've always been jealous. Katherine works 50 hours a week." I stood, chair scraping. "I'm building AI diagnostics that could save lives, but you never asked." "Sit down," Mom hissed. "We're not done." "I am." I grabbed my purse. Hands shaking, heart pounding. "I'm done being your punchline." Katherine's voice turned syrupy. "Mom, Dad, she's spiraling again. Remember sophomore year meltdown?" That did it. The memory of them institutionalizing me for depression after I confronted Katherine stealing my college essays. "Goodbye." Dad's parting shot. "Walk out, don't come crawling back when you fail." I paused at the door, their perfect tableau, Mom's tears, Dad's fury, Katherine's triumph. "Watch me succeed." The door slammed. Rain soaked me as I walked to my beat-up Civic. No plan, just freedom. I drove to my tiny studio, collapsed, and cried until dawn. Then I opened my laptop and coded until sunrise. That was day 1 of Emma 2.0. The first year was brutal. Startup life meant ramen dinners, investor rejections, 3 a.m. crashes on office couches. My team, Daniel, Sarah, Raj, became family. Daniel, the calm strategist, saw my potential when I doubted. "Your family's poison," he said after I shared the dinner story. "Cut contact. Focus." I did, blocked numbers, changed emails, poured grief into algorithms. Our AI detected cancers earlier than radiologists. Seed funding trickled, then flowed. Year 2, Series A, $5 million. I moved to Manhattan, bought my first suit. Still, nightmares of Katherine's smirk. Forbes scouted me after a TEDx talk. 30 under 30, the editor asked. I hesitated, family might see. Use Emma Walker, no middle name. Safe. Meanwhile, Katherine's star rose. Magazine covers. Saint of the city. Her charity galas packed with donors. I avoided Google, but Ben Cousin, neutral Switzerland, kept me updated. "She's asking about you," he'd text. "Says you're struggling." Then the invitation. Ben. Grandma Clara's 75th. Whole family's coming. Catherine's coordinating, you should show them. My office overlooked Central Park. Floor-to-ceiling windows framed my empire. 200 employees, $500 million valuation, patents pending. I stared at Ben's message. 3 years of silence. Time to end it. But Katherine struck first. Daniel burst in. Security flagged someone photographing the building. Your sister hired a pie. My blood chilled. Proof. Ethan's wife at the firm overheard. Name, Matthews Investigations. That night an email, no subject. Photo, me entering headquarters, coffee in hand. Watermark, Matthews. Text from unknown. Dabbling in computers to CEO. Sister sends regards. Fear morphed to fury. If Katherine wanted war, she'd get it. I scheduled with Aaron Matthews. His office smelled of stale coffee and regret. Worn blinds filtered gray light onto stacks of files. Matthews himself, mid-50s, ex-cop vibe, eyed me warily. Miss Walker, this about the surveillance? Straight to it. Why photograph me for Katherine? Client confidentiality. You emailed me the photo. I slid it across his desk, a ghost smile. Professional curiosity. He unlocked a drawer, produced a thick envelope. Katherine paid $50,000 to prove you're a fraud. Fake job, fake wealth, maybe identity theft. And, he slid the envelope. Open it. Documents cascaded. Incorporation papers, property deeds, penthouse, Berkshire's estate, stock certificates, Forbes drafts, bank statements showing $180 million net worth. My life's work, validated. Impressive, Matthews said. Self-made, legal, clean, I exhaled. So why show me? Because, he produced a slimmer envelope. This was misfiled in Katherine's records, one sheet. Charity bank statement. Transfers, $5K to K. Walker Consulting, $10K to personal. $25K to Paris boutique. Pattern, small to large, months long. Embezzlement, I whispered. Started 2 years ago, escalating. Investigation opened last month, anonymous tip, actually. His eyes flicked meaningfully. Grandma, he shrugged. Someone cares about family funds. My phone buzzed. Ben, Katherine posting in group chat says you'll be exposed at party. Proof Emma's lying, Matthews chuckled. She wants my report for a presentation. Thinks it'll destroy you. Instead, it'd crown me. Take both envelopes, he said. Apology for the tale and, I have a sister too. Sometimes truth needs a push. Back at headquarters, Daniel spread documents across my glass desk. This is gold. She hired Matthews with charity funds here. He pointed to a $15K withdrawal labeled investigation expenses. Also tapped the family trust, I added, pulling app records. $10K same day, requires all beneficiary signatures. Mine's missing. Daniel whistled. Sloppy, desperate. Grandma called next. Pick up, girl. Grandma Clara, save it, known your success 6 months. Forbes draft crossed my book club. Why hide? Would they believe? No, like they don't believe Katherine's stealing. A pause. Audit requested 3 weeks ago, all accounts, including her charity. My jaw dropped. You knew, always know, party's her stage. Let her perform. Bring Navy suit Forbes shoot one. Photographs well when empires fall. The week before the party was psychological warfare. Mom's texts. Don't come, embarrassing. Delete. Dad, Katherine's worried about you. Delete. Aunts, uncles, cousins, sudden concern after years of silence. Katherine tried entering my building. Security footage, red coat, furious gestures. Tell Emma Walker her sister's here, guard. No, Emma Walker works here. She didn't know I was CEO. Ben live texted, Katherine rehearsing speech, says shocking revelations. Keeps checking phone, nervous. Daniel and I prepared. Legal team on standby. PR drafted statements. I practiced breathing, 3 years of therapy for this moment. Party eve, I stood before my mirror. Navy suit tailored to perfection. Hair sleek. Eyes steel. The scared girl from 3 years ago, gone. The country club ballroom dripped opulence. Crystal chandeliers, white orchids, string quartet. 150 guests in black tie. I entered, conversation halted. Gasps, whispers. That's Emma, Katherine by the cake table, emerald gown shimmering. Face, smug to shocked. Mom's champagne spilled. Dad's jaw dropped. Grandma Clara, regal in sapphire, patted the seat beside her. Sit, child. Katherine's designated spot. Gasps again. Grandma, that's, Katherine started. My birthday, my rules. I sat. handed Grandma a velvet box, antique locket with her mother's photo, her eyes misted. Knew you had spine. Dinner was torture. Relatives circled like vultures. Heard you're successful? I deflected with smiles. Katherine watched, knuckles white on her glass. Then, time for my presentation. She glided to the podium, envelope thick with Matthew's report. Projector hummed, screen, the truth about Emma Walker. Mom, maybe Emma should step out. Grandma, everyone stays. Katherine's voice trembled with excitement. Family means everything. That's why it pains me to reveal. Deception. Slide 1, me entering headquarters. Emma claims to work here, but is it real? Slide 2, company valuation, $750 million, her face paled. Slide 3, property deeds, penthouse, Berkshires. Slide 4, Forbes cover. Emma Walker, CEO, gasps. Mom fainted into Dad's arms. Katherine frantically clicked, next slide auto-advanced. Charity statements, transfers, K. Walker personal. What is this? Katherine shrieked. These aren't. Matthews is thorough, I said calmly, standing. Also found 10K trust withdrawal, without my signature. Illegal. Chaos. Aunt Linda, that was for my daughter's surgery. Uncle Robert, trust fund. Katherine said it was invested. Katherine backed away. Mistake. Emma planted. Grandma's voice cut like ice. Sit, child, you wanted truth, here it is. Police entered. Katherine Walker, embezzlement charges. Mom screamed. Dad lunged, stopped by officers. Katherine bolted, heels clacking, gown tearing on a chair. Arrested in the parking lot, mascara rivers down cheeks. The ballroom dissolved. Relatives swarmed me, not with accusations, but awe. CEO. Forbes, Ben hugged me. Knew you were legit. Grandma raised a glass. To Emma, the real success, and to Katherine, may she find honesty in prison. I didn't gloat, just felt free, the scared girl, dead, the titan, born. Epilogue 6 months later. My company IPO'd $2 billion valuation. Katherine pled guilty, 7 years. Parents begged forgiveness, ignored. Grandma moved into my guest house, sharp as ever. Told you Navy photographs well. Sometimes revenge isn't served cold. It's served with truth, and it tastes like victory. Thank you for watching my story. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and press the bell icon. Stay tuned for more real-life stories, get more experiences.